Hey everybody, I hope y'all having a good day today, enjoying your hot day today. If you had to work today, I hope work was easy and you had a good day at work, or if you was off today, I hope you had a good relaxing day. Now, I got to thinking about this while I was at church, and to the best of my knowledge, I never made a video about this, and I was like, well, today would make a good day to make a video on it. Now, bullying's been around for, well, I guess as far back as time began. You know, people bullying people for different reasons. And, the bullying nowadays is a little different. It was back when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. Now you have stuff like cyberbullying. But back when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, for the school I went to and the town I grew up in, less than 1,000 people. Less than 1,000 people live here. And the majority of the people that live here are either rich or they're making pretty good money. And then there's some of us that live from paycheck to paycheck and everything. But we was growing up, we were pretty poor, which I didn't know we was poor because, we always had food on the table, clothes on our back, roof over our heads, air conditioning in the summer, heat in the winter. I guess it was around 9th or 10th grade before I realized we were actually poor. And even then, it didn't bother me none. Because, what can you do about it? When you're doing the best you can, you're doing the best you can. So, I was the first kid out of out of my class to get there. I bought it myself. I saved it up I started saving up when I was 8 years old, doing, mowing the yard, helping my uncle around and my grandpa around on the farm, going with my uncle when he put out trout lines to catch catfish with. And I told my grandma to, what money I made, to put it back and save it. And she put it in one of those banking accounts that draws interest. Which, anybody that knows that, it takes a while for that interest to start building up. But, I did that. I worked the odd summer jobs that you could do as a kid that paid under the table. Let's say mowing yards, helping out on the farm. And by the time I was 15, I bought me a 83 Ford Ranger 100. It wasn't in the best of shape. It sounded rough. Parts would follow, but I was proud of that truck. I was the first one out of my class to have a vehicle. I was proud of it. And, of course, I couldn't legally drive it without somebody with a license and a vehicle with me. And so when I was 16, I started driving myself to school and seeing all these other kids that were driving brand new spanking vehicles with very little to no miles on it. And I'm not mad at the parents for wanting to spoil their kids. They worked hard for their money and everything. And, if I was in the same position, I'd spoil my kids, which I ain't got any, but, I'm not blaming them for wanting to do right by their kids. But they forgot to teach them to be grateful for what they got. But, I was made fun of for me and a couple of others that was driving hand-me-down vehicles or old beaters that, should be sitting in a junkyard instead of going down the road. But, I try not to let it get to me, and I would ignore it. And there was times to come out trucking, it'd be rolled with toilet paper. People, it'd be egged, they threw eggs up against it, rolled all over it. Didn't bother me none. At least, but I got in the truck, drove home, cleaned it up, drove back the next day, and after a while, when they seen it wasn't bothering me none, and that I wasn't going to get mad and want to fight them over it, they just left me alone. And I started taking up for the other people. I was getting bullied, and eventually it just died down. And nowadays, I don't know what it's like. Last time I talked to my niece, she just graduated high school, and it's pretty much as bad as you could think it is on the bullying. But, teach your kids, even though somebody's a little different than you or not as well off financially, and treat everybody the same. We're all breathing the same air, got the same blood pumping through us. We just all got different circumstances we're having to go through. Well, anyway, I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's evening, and I'll see y'all in the next video.